All right, so this is what your circle should look like. So let's specifically look at this. This triangle right here underneath, you can't really quite see it all, but this is a nice little 30 degrees here, 60 degrees here, and then our 90 degrees here. So this is 1/2, this is 1, and then this length here is root 3 over 2. So then we go to our 45 degrees, so we have root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2, and 45 degrees. And then our last one here is our 60 degrees, where we have our root 3 over 2 and 1 over 2. So as you can see, these are all of our reference angles. So we use the reference angles to say, I know something about 150 because 30 is where that used to go. So here's my 30 degrees, so I know what this length is. That's going to be 1/2, just like the same, that one. And I go back 30 from the 180. I use then my reference angle of 45 degrees to get me back to 135. And I have root 2 over 2. And I use my reference angle of 60 degrees to go back and get me 120, which this length here is then root 3 over 2. I use the same things below the graph. So this line here is 30 degrees, so I use 30-degree reference angle to let me know what this value is, but now it's below, so it's negative. Here is my 45 degree, so this is my 45 degrees, which I go 180 plus 45 to get me my 225, and that's negative root 2 over 2. And then I have 60 degrees past my 180, which gives me 240, and again this length here is root 3 over 2, but it's down below. So again, all of these things just keep using over and over again. Then we go from 30 and we go back 360, and we go back 30, back 45, and back 60. So we again know all of these lengths. So if you were to fill out all of the important degrees, we have our 30, 45, and 60. We have obviously our 90, 180, 270, 0, and 360 both. And then we say, okay, my 30 degrees I'm referencing back, so 180 minus 30 is 150. 180 minus 45 is 135, and 180 minus 60 is 120. 180 plus 30 is 210, 180 plus 45 is 225, and 180 plus 60 is 240. 360 minus 30 is 330, 360 minus 45 is 315, and 360 minus 300 is, minus 60, I'm sorry, is 300. So those are all my degrees as I'm going around. And then using this information, we can answer the questions. So this one here says, what is the height from the 30 degrees going straight down? Well, we have 3 lengths here. Hopefully you remember them. We had our 1/2, our root 2 over 2, and our root 3 over 2. So this is the short, the medium, and the long. Then we also have our 0, and then our whole radius is equal to 1 there. So this one here would just be 0.5. From 135, this is our medium length, so this is 1/2 root 2 over 2. 4, what is the height from 120? So this is our long leg, so that's our root 3 over 2. 240 is still long, but it's below the ground, or below the x-axis, so that's negative root 3 over 2. And then 180, that's just 0, it's already touching the ground. And 270, that's the whole length of 1, but it's below the ground, so it's negative. So which one has a height of positive 1? That would be up here at our 90. All right, hopefully that helps.